Welcome back to World of Immersion. Today we have a very special video today, and that is we are going to be ranking the top 10 rides in the entire world. The world has some pretty incredible rides, so we're going to be ranking the best 10 of them. But before we start today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss when we have brand new content out on our channel. We're going to be uploading daily from now on, so we have tons of content coming out. Also, be sure to check out all of our merch. The link is in the description below. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so starting off at number 10, we have the one and only Ghost Rider. Now, this ride is one of the best wooden coasters in the world. In fact, it is our personal favorite wooden coaster. It is a ton of fun, has some really great airtime, and just overall, it's an incredible ride. It's also such a super long ride. It's really smooth too for a wooden coaster, and it provides one of the best night rides in the world, which is why it comes in at number 10.
Now coming in at number 9, we have Sky Rush over at Hershey Park. This intimate hypercoaster is incredible. The forces are amazing on this ride. The negative G forces are like no other coaster you can experience in the world. It is also butter smooth, and it provides one of the most intense and just thrilling experiences you can have. That first drop into the turnaround right into an airtime hill is such quick transition of forces and elements, and it's just so much fun. And that is why we rank it the number 9 ride in the entire world.
Alright, coming in at number 8 is an incredible roller coaster up in Northern California at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, and that is Kong, the Vekoma SLC. This ride is buttery smooth. It seriously has some of the best restraints, best transitions, and just some of the best elements of all time on a coaster. I seriously cannot recommend this ride enough. It is so incredible and seriously one of the smoothest roller coasters out there. It's also such a long ride. And while it isn't the most intense, it's just the smoothness and incredible elements and transitions that really makes it this high on the list. It's by far one of the best inverted coasters on the planet because of how smooth it is. So that's why it comes in at number 8.
Now coming in at number 7, over at Six Flags Magic Mountain, we have Canyon Blaster. This kiddie coaster is one of the most intense rides on the planet. Those bunny hills at the end provide negative 5.2 G forces. That is the most negative Gs you can experience on a roller coaster. Canyon Blaster is buttery smooth, standing at over 300 feet tall. It is a crazy intense roller coaster. It is by far one of the most insane and just thrilling experiences you can have on a roller coaster. Like I said, those bunny hills at the end, not to mention the camelback right after the drop, all add to the amazing ride experience.
And at number 6, we have a ride over at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, and that is going to be the Tram. So right when you park your car, you get to take this incredible ride over to the park. It's crazy to me that this ride is actually free. Well, sort of free. You need to actually pay for parking. But other than that, you don't even need a ticket to ride this ride. It is so much fun. It is seriously one of the fastest rides on the planet. I believe it's the 3rd fastest ride in the world, which is crazy. Almost 120 miles per hour. The airtime you get on this thing is also crazy. It's so intense. And it's so insane to me that this ride has no restraints. Like, you look at some log flumes out there that have no restraints, that makes sense. But a ride like this speed and this intensity to have no restraints is crazy to me. Usually the line isn't too bad for this too because of how quickly it boards people, which is really nice. And you can just ride this ride all day. Like I said, you don't even need to have a ticket to the park, which is so cool. I'm glad that Disneyland does this. This ride is really fun. I cannot recommend it enough. But let's move on to the top 5.
Now coming in at number 5, we have one of the fastest rides in the world, the Six Flags Magic Mountain bus from the parking lot to the park. This ride is loads of fun. The acceleration from 0 to 139 miles an hour in just 1.9 seconds is incredibly intense. If you thought Dododompa was intense, you should try riding this. Not to mention, there are 2 seats that sit on the swivel axis of the bus where you can get a free spin experience. This just adds to the intensity of this ride and is one of our favorite at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Alright, now coming in at number 4 is a ride that maybe people won't expect to be on this list, but for us it's such a great ride, and that is that one yellow car that drives along Main Street, USA at Disneyland. This ride is so much fun. It's crazy to me that they have a sports car in Disneyland that you can ride for free. Well, sort of for free. You need a ticket to the park, but it's a sports car. It is so cool. It's yellow. It's really, really fast. It's crazy. They zoom down Main Street. I'm seriously surprised no one's gotten injured because this thing goes at least 100 miles per hour. But it does some crazy sharp turns. You really feel like you're going to fly out. And once again, this is another Disneyland ride with no restraints, which is crazy to me when you're going this fast in a sports car for not to have any restraints. But hey, I don't think anybody's ever gotten injured on this ride, so they must be doing something right. But seriously, this ride is a ton of fun. It's probably the best ride over at Disneyland. I definitely would recommend it if you're visiting the park.
Now, coming in at number 3 over at Universal Studios Hollywood, we have Velociraptor. This is actually an experience at Universal Studios Hollywood where they bring out a real-life Velociraptor. They were able to recreate the dinosaur from its genes. This ride is so much fun. It provides some great airtime, as well as some scary moments with the Velociraptor. Do you know Velociraptors can grow up to 6 feet tall and run over 60 miles an hour? That just shows how intense this meet and greet ride is. But with that being said, let's move on to number 2.
And taking the second place spot, we have Steel Vengeance. Now, this ride we do feel is pretty overrated. Honestly, it's not as fun as a lot of the other rides on this list. I don't even know why we put it at number 2, but we put it at number 2 because it gets so much hype. A lot of people love this ride. It's got some of the most airtime in the world. In fact, I think it has the most airtime on any roller coaster in the world. And while airtime is fun, there are some other rides that are better than it. So I honestly don't know why we put it at number 2. Why did we put it at number 2?
Bro, we should just get rid of that.
All right, never mind. You know what? Instead of Steel Vengeance at number 2, we're just going to get rid of it. We're moving on to number 1.
Now, taking the number 1 spot for the best ride in the whole world, we are going all the way over to Stoner Park Playground in Nebraska. This is the Triple Slide. This slide complex is so much fun. And of course, it's in Nebraska, which is the best state for roller coasters and rides. With a max height of 312 feet, this technically is a giga ride. It was designed by Dynamic Attractions back in 1924, and is one of the most revolutionary ride experiences you can experience out in the world. Triple Slide at Stoner Park Playground, Nebraska is by far the best ride in the world without a doubt, and we think most enthusiasts would agree with us. But anyway, that is going to do it for our ranking today. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave your favorite of these rides down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching World of Immersion, and we will catch you in the next video.
Happy April Fools!